Everything hinges on this. The New Jersey Devils season will be relied upon by some key members of the team, including Dawson Mercer, as you saw right there. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Devils Digest. I'm your host, Ryan the Goose Gosiker, here with you, as always, bringing you the latest, greatest Devils content. Before we get into the program, and we want to talk breakout people, breakout contenders today. But before we do that, let's get into being a subscriber to the channel. We need your help. We got to reach our goal of 1,000 by opening night. Okay, we need the not subscribed to go closer to 0. Okay, and the subscribe watchers up closer to 100%. And why? Because you get the latest, greatest Devils news, content, trades, reports, all that stuff when you become a subscriber, okay, to the channel. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the program. Now, as I mentioned, I want to talk about breakout contenders this upcoming season for New Jersey, and there are, according to an article that I read, 4 of them. Now, let's see if I agree with said article, okay? And as always, leave us a comment. Do you agree with the aforementioned, what will be mentioned, the 4 guys who are poised for a breakout season, okay? Number 1, starting with Cody Glass, okay? A lot of attention is going to be put on Cody Glass this year, okay? He is likely, potentially going to take over the 3C spot. Is he going to be the 4C on the team? Nobody knows, but New Jersey's number 1 issue last year was their depth scoring, and he needs to be a part of the solution to their depth scoring this season. When he came right over from Pittsburgh, he had a really, really good stretch, okay, and then I believe he got hurt for a little while, okay, and he kind of tapered off towards the end. So which Cody Glass are we getting? Okay, he needs to lead from the middle, literally as the center, on the bottom 6, okay? He needs to be the guy there, okay? The next guy, Paul Cotter. Again, last year, really, really good year statistically, okay? It's, you know, we'll take a look at it in a little bit, but statistically speaking, good, right? Career high in goals. He set the franchise record in hits, okay? So, you know, you're saying, Goose, what's the problem here? If you watch the games, okay, and you watch him, some of the stupid penalties he takes, okay, there's a lot to work on for Paul Cotter, but if he can get it figured out, if he can stop taking dumb penalties, if he can not be a liability defensively, okay, there's opportunity for him to be really, really good and really important for this team, okay? The next guy is, to me, the X factor coming into this season in terms of what the Devils can do with their lineup, okay? How long is their lineup, or how deep is their lineup, I should say. I'm thinking how long is baseball. But how deep is their lineup? We'll go to a guy like Dawson Mercer, okay? Dawson Mercer, you know, the article says, has already proven himself as one of the Devils' most versatile and dependable young forwards, okay? He's played all 328 career games with the Devils franchise, which means whether you love him or you hate him, he's going to be on the ice, okay? So he's got to play huge for this team. I did a video just earlier this week talking about how Dawson Mercer could play up in line 1 with Jack and Jesper, okay? Well, you got to step up, kid, okay? You have to step up. What we got out of Dawson Mercer last year would never allow him to get up to that top line wing spot. Okay, it would not allow it to happen. Okay, so he needs to play better, and this is a little bit more on Dawson from last year. Okay, it's not acceptable what he played like last year. Now, taking a look at his career numbers. Okay. These are his 4 seasons in the NHL. You see all 82 games played each season, okay? That 2022-2023 year, that's where you want him to be, okay? That 56 goals. And again, not 56 goals, 56 points, okay? Am I expecting Dawson Mercer to be a 75-point per season player? I am not, okay? Not right now anyway, okay? What do we need him to be is a 50-point guy. He needs to be a 50-point guy. Okay, he should be over 20 goals. He's done that twice out of the 4 years. Okay, he probably should be over 20 assists. Well, he did that. Let's check. 2 out of 4 years. More consistency out of Dawson Mercer. If he plays well and he's allowed to play up with that top line, think about it. We've talked about this. Okay, it drops guys like Stefan Nason, who had a career year last year, but it drops them down. Okay, guy like Andre Palat. You guys know how I feel about Andre Palat. Don't think he should be on the roster at this point in time, but he is on the roster. He is going to be a Devil when the season opens up, as far as we know. Okay? That would bump him down if Dawson's able to make that jump. Yes, it would leave a hole at 3C that you would likely fill with Cody Glass, and then a 4C would be a little bit different conversation. But you guys get what I'm getting at. If Dawson's able to play at that level and he's able to be consistent and be really good, right? It helps if he's able to be that top line winger, because if Jack is tired or Jack, maybe the wrist is bothering him, something like that, he can slide out to wing and Dawson could slide in and play center if they need it. So he does provide that flexibility for them in order to do that. So Dawson Mercer has to be much better this year, okay? He was a little bit better in his plus minus, all right? You see 2 of the 4 years he was negative 20, okay? That's not particularly good, okay? But his big year, he was plus 22. Last year, he was plus 4, okay? 36 points last year, a little bit of an improvement from the year prior, okay? Dawson has to take that jump this year. Again, I think he's the X factor, particularly when we're talking forwards and centers, okay? He is the X factor, and what he brings and how if he's able to take a jump, this team will be better because they will be deeper, okay? In the sense that they have more guys that can finish in the net, okay, and can assist as well, okay? And again, moving guys like Andre Palat down, like if Andre Palat slides down to the 3rd line or the 4th line, like I'm okay with that, okay? It's still not paying $6 million for that, but you get what I'm saying, okay? They keep moving guys down the line, you have better players on those lines than you typically would. So all that to say, all that word salad to say, Dawson Mercer, to me, is prime for a breakout season, okay? And he knows, like, this is his time. He's got to go. He's got to be better for this team. And if he's not, he's probably going to have to find a new home. If not, the fans will drive him to Newark Airport and fly him out to wherever he wants to go, okay? Dawson Mercer is prime for a breakout, okay? And he needs a breakout this year. And I think he's the biggest X factor in this forward center group, okay? So, moving on, last one, Shimon Nemec, okay? We've talked about this all summer, okay? Johnathan Kovacevic will be out for a while. It's not the whole season, but it's a while, okay? So either Nemec or Seamus Casey has to step in and do their job and do a good job at it, right? I mean, we heard the comments last year about, Nemec being unhappy. He's the number 2 overall pick. He's still in the AHL, this, that, and the other thing. Then he has a really good postseason with New Jersey. He's got to step up. Casey's another guy, as I mentioned, you could just throw him in the mix, okay, because that's, we'll take a look at Shimon Nemec's season last year. 27 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 total points. Okay, he's not going to light you up with points, but the Devils need one of those 2 guys to step up. I think we all think that Shimon Nemec is going to get the first crack at it, okay, and just looking at some of the other guys' years last year, Paul Cotter, Cody Glass, all that good stuff. So, again, I think there are some breakouts potentially on that list. I think Dawson Mercer is the one that will, and I think that he is, and I'm not saying he's the only one that will, but for the purpose of this video, Dawson Mercer is the one that's going to, okay, and he is an X factor when it comes to this team and how far they can go down the line. So Dawson Mercer, 2025, 2026, breakout player for the New Jersey Devils. That's all I got for you today. So, again, I want to appreciate everybody that listens, that watches, however you're consuming this content. We appreciate you, okay? We want you to be a subscriber, okay? We want that subscribe number to be closer to 100 and that not subscribe be closer to 0, okay? We appreciate you. And again, I thank you. Please leave us a comment. Who do you think is a breakout player this year for the Devils? And just keep it rocking and rolling. And again, we appreciate the comments. I read them. Somebody said I got my ears lowered because I get a haircut, so I appreciate that. But leave us a comment. Who is your breakout player for this year? Who is most critical to break out? What are your thoughts? Even if they differ from Dawson Mercer, that's okay. Bring it into the comments section. I appreciate you, and we'll catch you next time on Devil's Digest.